Hello, this is voiceover Kooky coming to you from somewhere in the sea, actually on a boat, so that's all good. I'm not actually in the sea. My microphone had issues, and so voiceover it is, because really could not put up a video with the audio as it was, and so you're going to have to put up with me, I'm afraid, if my words don't match my actions. It's always the case. Anyway, catching you up with my projects. So the index card a day project, my crochet project, which is the scrap yarn hoodie, and also Jeri Bellini's Dot a day, which I brought with me, 3 different things that I could do while I was away. So the first one is the index card a day, and I'm just now showing you the prompts for this particular week so that I can catch you up on what I've done so far. If you follow me on Instagram, you will be seeing these as and when I can get internet connection. So that will be when I'm in port, generally. So the first prompt for this week was terrazzo, which is to do with mosaic, I believe. And so I have got an acrylic background with some watercolour and a little raven on there and a little quote as well. So do small things with great love, which I think sums up a lot of the things that we like to do. So yeah, it is watercolour and acrylic and collage on there. And the theme for this week is lists, prompts, what else? Found words, song lyrics, things like that. The second one for this week was ivy. And I didn't really have an awful lot with me for this one. I was travelling at the time, but I did do some of the lyrics from the Poison Ivy song, which I stuck on there, and I drew some ivy trailing up the page. This was one of the pre-prepared jelly prints that I took with me, and it was just very handy to actually have that ready made. And then I did some lettering as well. The third one was ranunculus, which are the plants. I happen to have this painted dot background in my stash, so I just drew on them with a black marker and printed off some typeface telling you what the flowers were. I also put some little letters in the circles themselves that spell out ranunculus. So there I am, showing you where they are in the circles. The next prompt for this was beach, and I took the lyrics from Martha and the Muffins' Echo Beach, and they got printed out and put on the card as well. So there's a lot of collage on there, some mark making. The background is a jelly printed piece with added fluorescent paint. I managed to see a little fishy in the painting, so I outlined him and added some glitter in just to give him a bit of bling, because he deserves it. And there's a lot of other bits of mark making going on with the gel pens, etc. The next prompt was this one, which is alternating, and so I did it as it's a typeface challenge. I did my own handwritten typeface and made it alternating sizes. It's also waving up and down and decorated a little bit. The background was made with these particular paints that I'm showing you here. They are Rico neon paints, and I picked these up in Leeds before I came on board. They're £7.20 for 6, so I didn't think that was too bad. And also they're nice and light to carry, so I wasn't carrying big tubes of paint. But yeah, that made a big difference with that one. The next prompt is gold, and here we have Arthur the Owl. That's his name, Arthur, because he's only Arthur Owl, and he is sporting some beautiful glittery feathers, as is the word gold. So we've got some of the shiny bits on there. And I took a liberty with this. This is the Spandau Ballet song Gold. So we've got the gold, and then we've got I always believe in your soul. Taking liberties with songs. So that's collage and pen and glitter. The next one is crystal. So I just went to town with the word crystal on this jelly printed background, which had kind of a cruciform background. Went in with a Posca pen, a white Posca pen, decorated it with my little sprinkles, gel, glitter, and that called that one a day. I really enjoyed that one actually. It just came out really well without me having to try too much, and then just adding the bits of glitter always helps, doesn't it? So now we're on to week 4, and I have downloaded the prompts from the internet, and they're going to be stuck on this particular card here. And then week 3, as you can see above it, will be with the ones that I've just shown you, because that was week 3. So we've done 3 weeks in total so far. So they'll go together, and then the next one will be stuck on the back of there. And I think I have already got a sticker ready made for that. I did that earlier today, so that's all ready to go on there. It's a good job I brought a lot of different little things to do. Keeps me entertained throughout the days where we're not actually travelling around, and literally it's just nice to have such a nice space here on board ship to work in when I've got a chance to come down. So yes, it's a nice table, and there's water and brushes and everything else that you might need as well. So it's very lucky to have this space. The next prompt is going to be paint and mixed media, so I'm really looking forward to that. My second project is in this little bag here. This is the crochet project I am doing for the scrap yarn hoodie. I will leave some descriptions down below. So in the front pocket I've got my delightful Addy swing crochet hook, which I love because it fits in my hand perfectly. All my crochet hooks are now Addy because I just really enjoy the way they feel. They're not for everyone though. Try one and see if you think you might like those, because they're kind of shaped to your hand. This little implement here is a yarn cutter, and it saves me carrying scissors around with me when I'm travelling, so that's very handy. In the middle pocket, I've got the 2 balls of yarn that I had to limit myself to bring with these. They are variegated, so I do get some kind of a variation. And then here are the ones that I have made while I've been sat on board. I've not managed to do too many of these because people keep talking to me and I need to count. So this has been the one when I've been on my own, and I've had a chance to get them completed, and I've got 5 done so far. I don't think that's too bad, and I've got plenty of other days left, so I can do a few more as well. So that's for the scrap yarn hoodie. Here is my Jeri Bellini Dot a day challenge bag. I think you've seen previously, if you've seen my videos before, I prepared some squares to bring with me, and they all went in this little Kipling bag. I think I showed me packing these up ready to go. So I'm just going to show you how far I have got with this little project. There's my little scissors on the top. There's my little needle case with all my needles in, pins, and I've got various threads here. I've also got some clips and some fluorescent thread as well, because I do like them. I like them bright. I like my dots bright. I've got some gold thread as well. And here are the dots that I have made a start on. Not many of them are, I would say, at the stage where they're complete, but I have been stitching the dots on the front, and then I've been going back into them and adding in stitching where I felt appropriate. So this is probably the only one where the dot's not actually stitched on yet, which is that one, the blue with a purple dot. All these ones are in varying states of stitch. So they all have their main dot on there in different sizes. I've not always put the dot in the centre to vary it a little as well. And these were all pre-prepared and paired up before I boarded ship. So these are the ones I've got with me, and I will be going back into these to add in more stitching as I go along. So I'm going to take stock as I go along and see what else. If things look like they need a little bit more, then that's what's going to be added in. But I've just spent a lot of time just sewing the main dot on the front and just having a whale of a time stitching, really. Here they all are being laid out. I think I would still like to do a quilt with them. It may not be a huge quilt, but I think I would like to do one. So I'm going to be figuring out how to do that. This has got some of the ones that I've actually think are complete. So this one, especially the flowery one, I don't think I'll add much more into that one. So I've probably got about 3 of the 17 I've got with me that are, I would say, are complete, and the rest of them are all works in progress. But they're looking quite good altogether. The electric lighting in this room does not show them to their best because it kind of bleaches them out a bit, but they are quite, as you know, with me, everything's quite nice and bright and colourful. So I will be grabbing those out whenever I get a chance and sitting and stitching. And I've been showing some of the ladies on board because they're quite interested in what I'm doing, and I have directed quite a few of them towards Jeri's channel. I will leave the description in the box down below if anybody's interested to join in. It's basically you just try and do a dot on a square a day. If you don't manage to complete one, then it doesn't matter. There's no dot police who are going to come round and arrest you for not completing your dot on the day or on time. Or it's very mindful, very simple, but you can make it as complicated as you want it to be. So it could be really, really simple, or it can get more complicated depending on what stitches you want to use on it. I have been using simple oversew stitches, chain stitches, long stitches, and I think I'll probably get more and more adventurous as I go along. And I have got a whole pile of these waiting for me back home as well to work on too. So quilt it may well be. It could also be a wall hanging, who knows, but at the minute I've set my heart on a quilt, so that's what I will be aiming for, and hopefully I will show you my progress as I go along. But do pop along to Jeri's channel. As I say, description will be in the box down below, and yeah, have a great time. Bye for now.